Hi Cancerians, welcome to your reading for mid-August. So this is going to be for the last few weeks of August going into the beginning of September. So in front of us we've got the books from the Oracle decks I'm going to be using for today's reading. I'll just tell you about what came up during the meditation I did before your reading. So perfumes. So I don't know if you're going to be receiving the gift of perfume or something scented. That's the first thing that comes to mind. It may also be that you feel like something smells familiar somehow. Yeah, not 100% certain how that'll work for you, but one thing that came up was, if you've got relatives that have passed on, and sometimes you feel like you can sense a familiar smell that they would have had, like say if someone passed that smoked cigars or something, and you can smell cigar, even though they've gone, you go into a room and you can smell cigars, or you can smell their perfume or their aftershave or something. You might have that kind of experience. It might be that you come across someone who somehow smells familiar, whether literally in terms of like they're wearing a scent that is familiar to you, or a scent that you like, or so that someone else who wears that scent, or just, I don't know how to, like, energetically familiar, like smells energetically familiar. I don't know how else to say that. Or if you may be looking for fragrances yourself, to be honest, or you may be going through some belongings of someone who's passed away, or just someone who's alive as well, and just smelling their things. That came up. So yeah, take that as you will. That was from the initial meditation. So big things about perfume or scents. We're going to get into your reading now. We're going to get a message from the African Goddess Rising Oracle deck. You might be choosing a new perfume as well, or a new aftershave or something. That's another thought. Or you might have flowers in your house and it's just like a really nice smell that you keep on walking into when the flowers are there. Okay, yep. Right, so African Goddess Rising Oracle deck, first of all, to get your main message. What do we need to know for Cancer, Sun, Moon and Rising? What do we need to know for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising? And just a side note with the smell, I said a familiar smell, so there would be I imagine there would be something comforting, even if it's like aromatherapy or something like that. Whatever the smell is, or the familiarity with the smell, there's something that's likely going to be comforting about it, or it can bring up a memory for you. But anyway, right, Cancer, Sun, Moon and Rising. Okay, so we have, oh, I can't pronounce this. I need to look it up properly. The book doesn't actually tell me how to pronounce it. Celestial alignment. Yeah, I'm not going to try. I did try it in the other reading and I'm not ready to do it again yet. If I feel later on in the reading that I can pronounce it, I'll try. I need to practice that one. And Sekhmet, this is one of my favourite cards in the deck, Sekhmet, Wounded Healer, alongside Oya, Storms. Yeah, I really resonate with this Sekhmet energy. So yeah, let's put Sekhmet there, Celestial Alignment there. Okay, and let's get your tarot cards out. Why has it gone blurry all of a sudden? It's odd. Nope, doesn't want to fix itself. That's weird. Yeah. Okay, right, let's do tarot cards. So let's give it one more shuffle. So for Cancer, Sun, Moon, whoa, okay, straight across the room, bear with me. So we have Five of Pentacles, not a surprise with that Sekhmet Wounded Healer card. I wonder if someone here is feeling a bit neglected at the minute. And that would, I mean, obviously if there's a familiar smell coming in, that might be comforting to someone who's feeling neglected. But just in general, potential sense of feeling a bit neglected, or left out possibly. We also have the Moon. which is your card, and then the Two of Cups directly under that Five of Pentacles where I said, does someone feel neglected? Five of Swords, okay. If someone is feeling neglected, they probably are hiding it, to be honest, at this point in time. Let's look at the book and get the meanings of the cards. So the Celestial Alignment card, now I'm not ready to pronounce it yet. It's evening here. I've been recording readings all day. So, right. All right, actually, I will attempt. In Ain Kozazana, I need to learn this. That's how I'm going to say it. Is the healer of healers and the... Wow, so you got two messages connected to healing. Healer of healers and the teacher of teachers, whose love for humanity makes the corn grow. She dwells in foamy waters but is known as the heavenly princess. As above, so below is celestial alignment. Her guidance says your natural path is to be in alignment with your own divinity. No one can take from you what they didn't give you. How do you want to feel? You think often about what you want, but goddess energy speaks to us in feelings. Celestial alignment is being in sync with the energetic feeling, the frequency of the sacred. Everything that you desire is in that frequency. Match it with your feelings. That is the energy of God, Goddess. And the declaration says, I am always being guided in the right direction. So this Two of Cups for me can represent alignment sometimes, especially alignment in terms of feelings, whether it's you want your feelings to align with a person or a situation. You know, like I've said before, if you wanted a new job, how do you want to feel in that new job? And then that's how you kind of align with it, is however you put your emotions into it and you know how you want to feel, and then you do it, and then you see if you get that same feeling back from the energy that you put in. That would be a form of alignment. Again, going back to that thing about being comforted by a particular scent, that could help you. I know it might sound a bit far-fetched, but that could help you to align, because if you contemplate how comforted you feel by a particular scent or the memory it brings with it, it puts you in that feeling, doesn't it? It's like if you watch a movie or listen to a particular song or read a particular book, if you connect with it, you get in the feeling of it. Anything can trigger a feeling. So that whatever feels comforting to you, you may need to use that to get into the feeling that you want, into how you want to feel. Right, so I mean, again, especially if you're feeling neglected, you're going to want things that are comfortable, probably want things that are comfortable and familiar to help soothe that. Right, Sekhmet, Wounded Healer, so 15. This might be part of why you feel neglected as well. If you feel like you're always there for everyone else, you might feel like you're there for everyone else, but no one's there for you. Yeah. Right, so Sekhmet, goddess of wounded healers. Sekhmet is the fierce ancient Egyptian goddess of war, the sun, and healing. She carries life force in her palm with the power to create or destroy. Her guidance says, heal. Okay, here it is. Heal thyself. Everyone gets your best except you. You are a healer among your tribe. Stop putting your needs last. When did you decide to become a martyr? Take a breath. Wounded healers hold sadness, rage, and fears of brokenness. Being a warrior wasn't a choice for our beloved foremothers. They did the best they could, but being a goddess warrior for us is knowing that we have the choice not to fight all the time. Fighting is that Five of Swords, isn't it? So deep dive questions. What are your swords? The weapons you use to fight. That's here. We'll find out. And what are your shields? The ways you defend yourself. I feel like this might be the shield, keeping things to yourself, possibly. Dare to lay the burdens down along with your swords and shields. And the declaration says, it is safe to put myself first. So yeah, I'm looking at this as this is the swords and this is the shield. And we'll get more clarity on that. Right, let's get into it, shall we? So Five of Pentacles. What else do we need to know about this? For Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising, please. I wanted to jump, but not quite. Right. Five of Wands. I don't know why I'm putting that there. Wheel of Fortune. Knight of Pentacles. Do you feel like you're always fighting against other people or fighting their battles and you just feel kind of abandoned or neglected yourself? Because that is coming to mind in this reading, to be honest. Or that whatever you're facing it on your own. You've got the Strength card, the Knight of Cups and the Ace of Wands. Obviously, the Five of Pentacles can be connected to a sense of lack as well. I get a sense of, with that Knight of Pentacles and the Strength card, support, which I've not gotten that with the Knight of Pentacles, definitely not with the Knight of Pentacles before, probably not with the Strength card either, but it feels like support. Like a need for support. So I would say in this feeling of, it feels like neglect and lack and constantly fighting battles. Obviously, there's going to be a desire for change here with the Wheel of Fortune. I cannot see this any other way other than needing support or desiring support, to be honest. And the support that's needed is so that you can have some pleasure and enjoy life, to be honest. Okay, I'm going to move on from that because I feel like that's pretty much, I'm just surprised because I've never had that message of support coming from these here. Okay. So yeah, neglect and a need for support. Right, the Moon. I knew it was going to come back up. The Two of Cups. I think you're hiding your desire for more support and understanding and more connection as well. And possibly feeling alone with that Moon card. Let's see what else comes up. Secret, Seven of Swords. It's deceit, isn't it? But it's not necessarily malicious deceit. It's just keeping things to yourself. So it's like, even if somebody asked you and said, oh, how are you doing? You might be like, oh, yeah, I'm good. Because we had that martyr energy come up here. You'll be like, oh, yeah, I'm fine. I'm doing well, even if you're not. Page of Swords comes up. What else after that? Lovers. And the Two of Swords. So that's two truths. The truth being that you may not feel great. You might in fact feel like absolute shit, but you might be putting on a persona of, oh yeah, I'm cool, I'm fine. With the Seven of Swords being next to the Page of Swords and the Lovers, it's hiding the truth for me about how you feel and what you actually want, what your needs are. The Lovers feels like what your needs are. So yeah, the Shield, I would say, is hiding what your needs are. Okay, let's look at the Two of Cups, which, as I said, connection, understanding, sharing. Right, we've got the Ten of Wands that came out first, followed by the Nine of Cups. I would say that you probably want someone to share the burdens with. Again, that support thing coming up. After reading that thing about the martyr, look at her face. I don't know how clearly you can see her face, but that is strain, and it's like, you don't have to carry all those things up there. And then she's got the cat on her back as well. Like, if that was me, the cat would be shoved right off. I love cats to death, but it's like, I'm already struggling with the brooms. Why are you on my back as well? Likely scratching her neck off in the process too. And it's like, you don't have to struggle that much. So it's like bearing the burdens alone. And I'm sure you don't want that. You want to feel free. You want to feel supported. You want to feel at peace. You want to enjoy life. Ace of Pentacles. You may feel like there's just not the opportunity for that for some reason. or that there are just very little opportunities in general in life. Like, say, for example, if the Two of Cups was that you felt like you wanted a partner, a romantic partner to sort of share your journey with, your life with, you might feel like there's just no opportunity or no way to find an opportunity. Ten of Swords. How would I put this? Like, you know that when people say that ship has sailed, that's what that Ten of Swords is giving next to the Ace of Pentacles. So you might be feeling like, oh, all the opportunities I had have long passed now, and yeah, it's just that chapter of my life is over, and it's just me on my own now. Page of Pentacles. I'd say that with the Page of Pentacles being there, it's like, although one chapter's done, there's always the opportunity to start off on a new journey, to start a new chapter, to go off on a new path. And you need to be aware of that. And not just be aware of it, because you probably are aware of it, but to be willing to put the action the action and the effort in, rather than thinking about it. But you might feel like you just want a partner in crime or something to continue the journey with. You could potentially be feeling very lonely and just like, you know what, I just don't want to do this on my own anymore. And you know what, I can completely understand that. I know with COVID, I think I've said this before on the channel, that during COVID, I worked from home, and my child had just started school, so he was like 5, and I was pretty, how new was I? I was pretty new to the job as well. I hadn't been there that long, and I kind of got an instant promotion because my supervisor left within weeks of me being there, and I kind of got instantly promoted into her job, which I had no experience in. So I was like baptism by fire in that job, working from home, had my kid who just started school, trying to homeschool that child, no, not that child, my child as well. And I was on my own. I could talk to my family, but I couldn't see them. And I just felt so lonely. I just cried. A lot of days I cried because of the stress. And I'd be a martyr and put on a happy face on all my Zoom calls at work and everything, and when I was dealing with people. But really, I was just stressed, and I just felt so lonely. I would have given a lot to have just one person living in the flat with me that could have helped out. I mean, my mum was fantastic. What she did was, while I was working in the day, she would do like WhatsApp calls with my child and try to teach him over WhatsApp, which was really hard for her. She kind of gave up after a while because it was too much of a struggle for her. But she tried, so I'm grateful that she tried. But it's just not the same as having someone physically there. And then obviously working from home, one of the worst things was, it's like you get excited at first and think, oh yeah, I'm on my own schedule. Nope. What it means is that your day is a complete mishmash of all sorts of bullshit of trying to get everything done, and you end up working all until you go to bed to get everything done and to fit everything in, like you've got no schedule. That's how it worked for me. And I am, or I was, a reasonably organized person, so even for me it just kind of got screwed up. So I can't imagine for people that had multiple kids. I've only got one. I'm just thinking for the people who've got loads of kids and they're on their own. You know, you're brilliant for surviving through that. But anyway, the point being here, you may just be sick of doing it on your own. And I understand that feeling. I relate to it. I was sick to death of doing it on my own, not just through COVID. I think COVID, I was on my own anyway before that, but obviously we weren't confined to one space. So being confined in that space and not having your freedom as well, it kind of, when you're feeling stuck and alone and confined, it brings it up even more, this feeling of being lonely, doesn't it? Because it's not like you can just go out whenever you feel like it and see people and whatever. So I get that. Right, anyway, let's move on. Five of Swords. So this is the we said this was the swords, like the martyr energy. Let me just refer back to this message. So 15. So the weapons, what are the weapons that you use to fight? Okay, what are the weapons? Oh, okay. Well, one of the weapons I would say is, I've already said hiding your feelings, but Six of Wands in reverse, hiding yourself too. Because for me, Six of Wands upright is where you put yourself out as, it is success, but it's also for me putting yourself out there and being seen. In reverse, it's hiding away. That's a weapon. You've got it next to the Seven of Wands. That's like shutting people out, trying to being quite defensive. Yeah, being defensive, pushing people away kind of energy. You've got the Seven of Cups there. Let's see what follows on from that. Oh, okay. Yeah, the Seven of Cups is where you kind of lose hope, isn't it? And you just feel like nothing's really well, in itself, it's usually the question of, is it worth it? With the energy around it, for me, it's kind of losing hope and saying nothing's worth it anymore. Let's see what comes after that. That was a really messy, oh wow. So the Eight of Cups is in reverse, and for me, with the other cards that have come up so far in this energy, it's giving up, basically. It feels like an energy of giving up. Because, you know, like upright, it would be that feeling of, right, I'm not satisfied, I'm not happy here, I'm getting the hell out of here, peace out, and I'm going to find that Ninth Cup in reverse. I know it can, sometimes it can mean going back to something. In this, for me, it's just, I've given up. I can't even be bothered anymore. Five of Cups, that's, I don't actually like referring to it as crying over spilt milk, because to be frank, if you're that upset and depressed and stressed, you're not crying over spilt milk. You've got valid reasons to be, you know, you feel how you feel. If you feel depressed and sad and you're grieving and you're feeling lost, I think it's a bit mean to say that you're crying over spilt milk. That's not fair. I wouldn't put it that way. So yeah, again, that's that feeling of kind of giving up and justice being here, just feeling like things aren't fair. With the other cards around it, for me, it's feeling like things aren't fair. Maybe life's not fair. Maybe a certain situation isn't fair. Okay, let me get you a card for. So this is basically what's going on with you so far. This is your story. I don't know why I feel like saying, if this doesn't resonate with you, then you may want to look at your so wherever this fits in, whether this is your sun, moon, or rising sign. If it doesn't resonate, then look at whatever else is your sun, moon, or rising sign. Let's get you a card, potential future energy here, please. This is good. Okay, I like this. I like this. Three of Cups, the Star, the Hierophant. So that looks like hope is restored, to be honest. Hope is restored. You've got the Star there, which is hope in itself. And then the Three of Cups is support. So you will probably need to consider who can you get support from. And you're probably going to need to learn to open up as well more about when you need support and what you need support with. Let's get you some guidance, if I can get it out. We've got the Nine of Wands and the Ace of Cups. I'd say this Nine of Wands is where you are now. That feeling, just that energy, that energy. The Ace of Cups is coming across as self-care and self-love. And this theme has kept coming up today about one of the major parts of self-care, or maybe I need to put this message in the community, on the community page actually, is play. Part of self-care is play. It is making me think of that comforting energy again, in terms of when I was talking about the sense at the beginning of what's familiar. I've done it with the wrong deck again. I meant to use the Gilded Tarot, this one, to get these cards out, and I keep forgetting. Let's have a look at that Three of Cups, the Star, and the Hierophant. Because why is the Hierophant there? Is that about learning to speak up when you need support here? I think it is, to be honest, and learning to seek, like learning to have that sense of hope and seek support when you need it. Because that, for me, that Three of Pentacles, it can represent support as well. It's working together with people, yeah, knowing where to turn or deciding where to turn. It looks like you're gonna, I mean, it's a future energy, so there's the potential for you to naturally do this anyway. That feels like giving yourself another chance. Even if you feel lost with the Moon card, it's like giving yourself another chance. So I wonder what trigger, I wonder if it's the scent will trigger that. Yeah, because this feels, I feel like deja vu, looking at this Nine of Pentacles from your last reading about that feeling safe and secure. So it makes me wonder if something to do with a familiar smell or something around that will trigger something for you, where you then have that sense of hope and you get support somehow. So that's the potential future energy. It looks like you get things turn out for the best. They turn out right or well for you. And the guidance is with the Nine of Wands and the Ace of Cups. Yeah, we'll take this first, right? We've got the Tower, Seven of Pentacles, the Devil, Four of Wands. Why is the Tower? It's interesting. You've got the Tower here, which is where you tear things down. A foundation is just completely obliterated. But then the Four of Wands is like, it's kind of suggesting a new foundation, isn't it, really? This is, the thing with this energy is it's showing me A, this is A, and this is Z, but it's not showing me exactly how you get from A to Z. I can see a question of, is it worth it there? And then that would be that shitty energy there. Two of Pentacles for me is contemplating what to do, but it's not clear how you get from A to Z. Can you show me why the Tower is here, please? That's the birth of something new. Whatever the old, whatever felt like it was stable, secure, the, I guess, comfort zone that you had before, it's kind of like you have to somehow, and I'm not 100% sure from this, you have to tear something down and start anew. For someone, actually, it could be that you move house or move to a different area. That's one thing that comes to mind. I also wonder if for someone, someone close to them has a baby, and that kind of rejuvenates them somehow, brings in a sense of peace and hope. But yeah, for someone it could be a house move or moving somewhere else. But something old is torn down, and then that kind of, I feel like it's almost inspiring to you then, and it, yeah, makes you feel like you want to create something new, create a new path, a new journey, a new chapter. Let's look at the Two of Pentacles. Yeah, because this is deciding to move on, isn't it? And to go to calmer waters to find you peace. But anything else that kind of wanted to come out? Nine of Swords. You might address the source of your, if you have anxiety, you might be addressing the source of your anxiety, you worry, you stress, and then that kind of empowers you to change things. With the Nine of Swords and the Emperor and the Four of Wands, please. I know there's like a mess of cards all over the place. See, what I'm just getting empowered from that again. So the Four of Wands, the King of Cups and the Magician, it feels like I feel like saying there's some kind of mastery over your emotions or something, or you fine-tune your skills of emotional maturity or something to that effect. And then I can't explain exactly how that happens, but something happens where you become inspired. I don't know what it is, Cancer, you'll have to tell me, but yeah, okay. I can't see exactly what it is. I can see bits and pieces, but it just won't. I mean, I suppose if this resonates with quite a few people, then it's going to be different for everyone. But there's definitely a feeling connected to things that changes things. It's the emotions. Somehow the emotions are triggered, or something to do with the emotions is involved in inspiring the change here. Let's see what you get from, that was quick. That is definitely quick. Right, so you have, I don't know if you even saw that come out under the camera. Dear you, uncertainty is the new normal for the whole world. Things are changing at a rapid pace, and the old ways we once trusted are no longer reliable. That would be that Ten of Pentacles with the Tower. But leaving the familiar behind can be a good thing. When you are pushed to step into the unknown, you are pulled forward into, you are pulled forward into discovering new possibilities that have been hidden in plain sight. Check in with your higher power. Your soul knows better than your small self. Have faith in the support of a higher power and the infinite potential for your life. Right now, the advice we have for you is this: try something new, do something different. You won't know how it feels, what it looks like, or what the outcome will be if you do not take that first step into the unknown and experience the unfamiliarity. You'll be so glad you did, because the treasure will appear. We are so proud of you for being brave. You are so loved and so supported. I really like that message for this reading. I think it goes really well. And a few other messages came up with that for me as well, for you. I wonder if this might sound odd, but something about you coming across something that feels or smells familiar makes you realize that you can't go back, or you can't relive that. And it's like, yeah, I can't take this with me. I've got to go forward. This was a theme that came up in your original August reading. That's one thing. And then also, again, with the Empress, I've said that I wonder if someone close to you might be having a baby, and that might trigger things. I wonder if someone watching this is actually pregnant, or is going to find out they're pregnant, and that could be creating the sense of feeling alone. Like if you knew you were going to end up being a single parent, that would be a very lonely feeling, wouldn't it, for some? So yeah, that's a possibility as well. But I'm going to leave that message there for you. I hope everything really works out for the best, and the rest of August is good for you. Thank you for watching the video, Cancer. Take care.